Hey everybody, Wayland here. I have been pretty busy, but the summer's over, so the gig we were doing at the lake is over. Kind of bittersweet. It was taking a lot of time. I work a full-time day job, and I was working, Monday through Friday. I was working at my day job, and then I was also working to be ready every weekend to sell barbecue at the lake. So I was busy, so really got a taste of what it would be like to kind of operating in full-time capacity with the food industry. But now, last weekend I was busy also. I prepared food for a concert event where I fed all the bands and stuff. I've done that before. But I had the opportunity to try this pork belly burnt-ends again, or this bacon candy. And it came out really good this time, phenomenal. Followed every step the correct way, in my opinion, and it was a big hit. Really amazing. It almost didn't make it to the event because we thought it was so tasty here at home. We didn't want to take the tray to serve it to people. We almost ate it all ourselves. So I'm gonna make another batch for tonight's supper, and I think I'm gonna hopefully have enough left over to bring into work tomorrow to let a few people try. So I'm gonna film it here again, or this time, and show you guys what I was doing and see what people think. I didn't do any trimming last time. Just gonna make a bunch of cubes, and if something doesn't really make it, I don't really care. About inch by inch. Some for me end up bigger, some end up smaller. Trying to actually just make some space on the cutting board. Okay, and then basically about like that, to your liking. I think I made them a little smaller last time and thought they could have been bigger, so I'm gonna go a little bigger this time. Should have just started with this pan. So I'm gonna need some space, kind of mix them around. I will add the old faithful mustard as a binder. Get some moisture on these so that the seasoning will adhere. About time for a new bottle of that. Okay. So this is not what's in the bottle, but it's got like, what I have in here is similar. It's not the Head Country, but I did originally get the Head Country from Sam's Club and liked it, but it's about $10 I think for this bottle, which is a pound. But I actually found at Winco you can get some seasonings. They had some smokehouse and a barbecue and a smoked paprika that I mixed up together. I mixed all three of those from Winco and basically ended up with some of the same things like salt, garlic, onion, some peppers, spices, sugar, and natural mesquite smoke flavor. So it's very similar, but I think the fact that it'll have that smoky taste, that paprika, and definitely that sugar, because these are going to end up being very sweet. Bacon candy, like I said, I had fed the music artists or the bands and their families and their help. And one of the band members came in with their daughter, and she said, "I want some of those meat cubes." And they said, we're hearing about this meat candy, because other people had already eaten and gotten some. And it was adorable. She was about 6 years old and just said she wanted those meat cubes and those meat cubes only. And everybody likened it to meat candy. If you've had these before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you've got to try it. And I tried it one other time and I messed it up. I cooked it wrong. I cooked it in a tray first, I think, to make it easy, and I definitely made it worse. So definitely want to cook it on racks first. Heavily seasoned, they can handle quite a bit. This bacon, this pork belly has a lot of fat that will render off. All right, after work, so these got put on at lunchtime. So lunch was from about, well, I put them on about 12:30, I think. So it's about 4:30, so yeah, I've been on about 4 hours now at around 200. My thermometer says about 188, so let's see what they look like. All right, not too bad, good color. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. I've got to start my offset so I can run that brisket on some real smoke. And so, yeah, I'm gonna bump that up a little bit, let them run for a little while longer at higher temps, see if I can't get them to have just be a little bit darker and render some of the fat a little bit more. Like I said, probably just another hour like this, but I think I'm gonna try to get it up to 250 or so. Then we'll check back in on them. Okay, so I got a chance to change, got my offset going for the brisket, moved the brisket over, checked on those when I moved the brisket over, so that was about 30 minutes ago. Then I set a timer, got to doing some yard work. Anyways, for another 20 minutes, so I gathered some things. It's been about another 30 minutes. So anyways, we're at 5:30. I'm gonna prepare this. I've got a couple sticks of butter. I'm gonna cube it. Just stick it down in the tray. Okay. Okay. They're looking great. So the fat rendered more further. I saw a good bit coming off there. I'm gonna go ahead and put all these into this tray. Fat and goodness dripping all over the place. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, I'm already liking the size of these better. The other ones I did shriveled up a ton. And as much as you like, these are meant to be pretty sweet, in my opinion. Maybe the first time I did it, I tried to sauce them at one point with barbecue sauce that had some flavor on them. And then I like raspberry, I think was the sauce I used, and something else. And then the last time I did these, last weekend, for the block party or for the concert event that we had, I did them just like this. Extra brown sugar, extra honey, which is mostly the best part of barbecue sauces anyways, right? And I cooked them just like this, and I didn't even sauce them, and it was amazing. So anyways, good bit of brown sugar, good bit of butter, good bit of honey, and I'm gonna toss them back in to the smoker. So I had laid the pads of butter down in there, and then I put the pork belly down in there, and I sprinkled it all with brown sugar and drizzled it all with honey. And now I'm gonna put it back in the smoker for at least an hour. I'll set a timer and come back and check them then. Still at 250-ish. So we'll check them in an hour. Probably should have came and stirred them up once, at least. I've got the brown sugar just sitting here. Okay, at least it's soft. We'll definitely mix that into this. You know, the recipe calls for 250 degrees for 2 hours, and then put them in put the brown sugar and the butter and the honey on it, and then do it at 250 for another 2 hours. So since I did them at 200 for 4 hours, I thought maybe another hour at 150 would be okay, or firm fat on some of them. So looks good though. It's about the right color. These things didn't need any sauce last time I did it. I wonder. hot, of course. Still real tight. That piece is chewy. So I'm gonna bump it up to 300 for about 20 minutes. Let's see if we can't get it softened up. Okay, so this thing flamed up on me again. Anyways, I caught it. It started barreling smoke. It actually, it's like 525 degrees, as according to the front thermometer. These were sizzling up a storm, but I reckon I caught them in time. Let's. Yeah. I've contacted Pit Boss. It flames up almost every time I use it if I go any higher than, you know, 200 and 250 degrees. So anyways, it's kind of dark now. That's what sucks about being out here making these videos where I'm at. I'll get these inside, get some footage of them, get away from this dang thing before it blows me up altogether. All right, so salvage them. So as they cool, I'll toss them in the sauce a bit.